The news about COVID-19 came to us not through the usual channel of television and radio, also known as mainstream media, but through our own cellular phones, laptops, and other communication gadgets through what we call now as social media. A concerned parent working abroad calls his or her family by way of video call or voice call. Additional messages can be sent via email or group chats created. Any needed equipment, gadget, goods, and services can now be outsourced via online sellers and online employers. Welcome to the contemporary world of globalization. According to Kakipoto 2005, globalization indicates the global nature of capital, the emergence of a single global economy, and the tremendous speed of exchange across vast distances. It means that business capital is not limited to the national level, but business is now spreading on a global scale. The conduct of global business is made possible with the advancement of transportation and communication technologies with the aim of integrating the national and regional economies into one global economy. On the other hand, Robert O. Keohane, 2002, defines globalization as a trend of increasing transnational flows and increasingly thick network of interdependence. William Easterly 2004, on the other hand, defined globalization as the movement across international borders of goods and factors of production. Factors of production are what people, mainly the business people, use to produce goods and services. These include land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship that can be moved or sourced out to achieve the goals of globalization. What then is the essence of globalization? Or how does globalization affect the individual? The crux of globalization is the increasing awareness of a person on the existence of other peoples, cultures, and religions as a result of technological advances in communications and travels. Globalization, therefore, is not all about the movement of goods and services across the borders, but also include the increased awareness of different cultures, traditions, religions, and values of other people from other nations. Every entrepreneur dreams of expanding his or her business not only nationally, but globally. Most corporations today are built with the world as its ultimate market. How can it be done? Enter glocalization. By glocalization is meant conducting business according to both local and global considerations, incorporating global concepts to suit local needs and culture. It is the in-between concept of globalization and localization. Globalization is the global distribution of ideas, products, and services, while localization happens when business ideas, concepts, and products are made to cater to local needs. Glocalization is incorporating global concepts to suit local needs and preferences. Let's take the example of the McDonald's franchise. How can a food company known for its beef burgers expand to a country who worship cows and treat these animals as sacred? What is the contribution of the concept of globalization in ensuring the company's success in the Indian market? Enter the Makalu Tiki Burger. This product was first launched in India in 1998. By the time, menu localization or innovation was not a popular term. The burger was a unique proposition that brought the familiarity of the Indian cuisine and the novelty of the very humble potato patty being used to create a burger. The glocalization of McDonald's franchise is best understood by its slogan, listening to customers and acting on it. In what way does glocalization be advantageous to companies? The following are the advantages of glocalization. First, glocalization increases chances of success in foreign markets by being able to adjust or innovate its products or services. Second, glocalization inspires innovation in the economy of the target foreign customers. As in the case of McDonald's in India, The ability of the franchise to innovate its recipe and use local spices made their product a hit not only to the locals but also to the foreigners visiting the country. Third, it creates more jobs for the local people, from labor to establishment of business locations and sourcing of products. Localization taps on the local people to accomplish such. Fourth, it enlarges productive capacity of the economy of foreign customers. And lastly, through globalization, there is better access to products and services, abundance, affordability, and diversity. We come now to the myths of globalization. Marjorie Ferguson, in her article written in the European Journal of Communication on March 1, 1992, cited the myths surrounding globalization as a historical process and normative goal. Among these are big is better, more is better, led to the corporate merger, consolidation, and takeover of large corporations like the purchase of LinkedIn by Microsoft for 26.2 billion US dollar. Another one is the disappearance of time and space. It means that advancement in electronic communication eliminated obstacles for business and professional life. Global cultural homogeneity. Under this concept of globalization, the world is fast becoming a global village with shared experiences and values. The world is now becoming culturally and economically interconnected, and patronage of Western products like Coca-Cola, Starbucks, Krispy Kreme, and Hollywood movies are key examples of this. The myth of saving planet Earth. The challenges posed by climate change and ecological destruction, like droughts in Europe and China, floods in Pakistan, wildfires in Europe and USA, brought clamors to save Mother Earth from further destruction. Example of this is the activity called Earth Hour, which is a show of solidarity among nations and its peoples, where lights are switched off, streets are cleaned, mangrove areas are planted, and so on and so forth. Democracy for export. It refers to the power of mass media to shape public opinions and achieve political ends. American movies and TV series today exports not only their products but also their values. The myth of the New World Order. The creation of order in the world based on certain ideologies and or economic practices like the demise of communist ideology and victory of capitalism. It is premised on the idea that to solve world problems, a new world order should be established. So what is the core of globalization? Stedger 2005 said that the core of globalization is the unprecedented compression of time and space as a result of changes in political, economic, and cultural scenarios, as well as powerful technological innovations. He then developed the six core claims of globalization. So what is globalization all about? Stedger 2005 developed the six core claims of globalization. First, globalization is the liberalization and global integration of markets. Second, that globalization is inevitable and irreversible. Third, nobody is in charge with globalization, that it is a natural course of evolution among nations and their economies. Fourth, globalization is set to benefit every nation and their economies. Fifth, globalization stimulates the spread of democracy and encourages the demise of the communist ideology. Last but not the least, globalization requires a global war on terror. Thank you very much, and I hope everyone learns from our topic for today, Introduction to Globalization. Grace and peace, everyone.